Sorry about that, guys. I am so sorry about that once again. All right. I had a visitor, but I apologize about that, guys. Twice I was having issues with the internet. Then I had a visitor. I totally apologize. All right. I totally apologize from top to bottom. I apologize. But guys, welcome to the channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. All right. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. And like I always say, guys, do not forget to click that bell notification, guys. I apologize about that. But Mustard, welcome back to the chat. I apologize about the disconnection. Last pay-per-view was surprisingly good. Yeah, man, UFC 318 was definitely a good pay-per-view. A good pay-per-view. That's what I keep hearing. Um, I didn't watch the whole pay-per-view as a whole, but I did watch the highlights. Like I said, I had huge, huge wins for me. Huge wins for me. You know what I mean? Even though there were L's, technically, but they were huge. Michael Johnson, he went in there and beat the younger guy, humbled the younger guy. I was totally surprised about that. Michael Johnson went in there and fought his ass off, man. He really did. He looked like the old Michael Johnson. You know what I mean? That just gonna go in there and stand and bang. Came in there with a good game plan, and he ended up, taking the W. He ended up taking the win. So Michael Johnson, congratulate him and his team. That's a huge win for him, man. Huge win. Max and Poirier lit each other up. Maybe Prime Costa is back. Hey, Mustard, that's what I keep hearing as well, man. That's what I keep hearing as well. I have to hear. I have to watch that fight with Paulo Costa. But that was another one that I was surprised when I actually saw that Paulo Costa ended up, getting the W. Paulo Costa ended up getting the win. I actually thought Paulo Costa wouldn't be able to get the win against Copylock. Just because, I mean, look, Paulo Costa's last win, guys, was in 2022. Okay, was in 2022, guys, against the dead body of Luke Rockhold. I had no faith in Paulo Costa to get the W, but he ended up getting the dub, and he surprised me. And you know what? He surprised a lot of people. He most likely surprised a lot of people. Michael Johnson, the kind of guy who beats John Jones, then gets choked out by a janitor. That's, you know what? You're absolutely right, man. You are absolutely right, Mustard. Justin B says, "Get a job." Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Justin B. I appreciate you, guys. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. And for my UFC fight predictions for UFC 318, guys, I went 8-6. That's not bad. That's a winning record. 8-6 is not too bad. But that's all right. You know what I mean? Not bad at all. So I went 8-6 overall for my UFC fight predictions for 2025, guys. I'm 155 wins and 106 losses. That is 155 wins and 106 losses. Not bad. That's definitely over 60%. When calling it right. So not bad at all. I'll take that. Somebody says, Kitty says, hi, how you doing? How are you doing? Samuel says hi as well. How you doing, guys? Like and subscribe, guys. I appreciate you supporting independent MMA media. Somebody says hello. Kitty says hello. And I say hello back. How are you doing? Huge win for Islam Dolatov. Islam Dolatov went in there, got a huge win. And guys, it was a huge KO. Huge KO for Islam Dolatov. He goes in there, lands a couple right hands, puts him to sleep before he even hits the ground, and then puts him to sleep again, because the referee, basically wants you to kill him. You know what I mean? That's basically what the referees want you to do these days, is kill the guy, and then they'll stop the fight. But that makes 12 wins in a row for Islam, man. 12 wins in a row for Islam Dolatov. I was impressed by that. When I saw the highlights, I was like, man, that guy, he's going to be a problem. He is going to be a problem. Mustard, I hope Costa gets back up those ranks. He has still so much potential. I always thought Paulo Costa had potential, guys. I really did. I always thought Paulo Costa had potential, but unfortunately, Paulo Costa just never showed up, especially for the big moments. You know, his performances for the big moments were lackluster. You know, his big, you know, his last great performance that I can remember for Paulo Costa was, uh, man, against probably, I mean, it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Probably any fight before Luke Rockhold, because for that Luke Rockhold, he was terrible. And maybe for Euro Romero, that's probably was his best performance. Was Euro Romero. Paulo Costa versus Euro Romero was probably Paulo Costa's best performance. But still, that's a long time ago, guys. So I'm hoping Paulo Costa, you know, is back to form, and he's actually here to, you know, compete and actually win a belt. You know, what the hell are you here for? Kitty says hi. Kitty says good. That's what's up. That is what's up. Mustard says 100%. That Izzy hump gave him PTSD for a bit. It definitely did. It definitely did. It gave him nightmares. Gave him nightmares about being treated like a dog, because that's basically what Izzy does to his pets. You know what I mean? Man, I feel sorry for those pets, bro. I feel sorry for those dogs. Hide your dogs. Hide your kitties, guys. But guys, what else? What else happened? I was surprised with Patricio Pitbull. I was surprised with him as well. You know, he was able to go in there and beat Dan Ige. I actually picked Dan Ige to win that fight. I just didn't believe Patricio Pitbull would be able to go in there and beat Dan Ige. I mean, look, Patricio Pitbull went in, you know, with his first performance against Yair Rodriguez, uh, and had a lackluster event. It was a lackluster, you know, performance. Uh, Paulo Costa. Yair Rodriguez is a dead body, guys. No disrespect to him, but he's a dead body. He's losing against another dead body in Brian Ortega, guys. All right, so no disrespect to those two men, but I had no faith in Patricio Pitbull. But look, he went in there, got the win against Dan Ige. Congratulations to him. What else? What else happened at UFC 318? Atiba went in there, definitely got the dub. I believe it was a nice KO. So congratulations to Atiba. I did pick him to win as well. Let me see. LOL, no disrespect, completely calls them bums. guys, guys, come on. Let's be real, guys. Let's be real. Do we really think Brian Ortega is a great fighter? I mean, he might have been great before that Max Holloway, ass whipping. Max Holloway basically treated him like a broomstick. Okay, all right. And after that, Brian Ortega wasn't the same. He just wasn't. And look, Brian Ortega is a dead body, guys. All right, no disrespect. And so is Yair Rodriguez, especially if he's losing against dead bodies. Okay, and in my opinion, there was no reason why Dan Ige couldn't win this fight against Patricio Pitbull, because, in my opinion, Patricio Pitbull is another dead body, guys. Okay, total bum. All right, but talking about Max Holloway, guys, let's give Max Holloway a round of applause, guys. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Like I always say, guys, this is your channel. All right, I am just a pilot. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, but guys, let's give a round of applause to Max Holloway, man. Max Holloway went in there, fought his ass off. All right, I had Dustin Poirier winning this fight. Dustin Poirier was in his hometown. He was being walked out by one of the best in Wheezy F Baby. Okay, he was being walked out by him. So I had total faith that Dustin Poirier will be able to perform in front of his hometown and in front of his people. But unfortunately, Max Holloway came in there with a great game plan and had other plans for Dustin Poirier. And basically beat Dustin Poirier with a huge amount of a difference in significant strikes. Huge difference in significant strikes when it comes to Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier in that fight in UFC 318, guys. Excuse me. So Max Holloway basically beat Dustin Poirier and sent his ass packing, boys. He sent his ass packing. All right. Look, Dustin Poirier had moments in there, man. Dustin Poirier had moments in there, but I do have to admit, Dustin Poirier did look, he did look. Let's just say I'm glad Dustin Poirier is retiring. I'm happy Dustin Poirier is retiring. He made the right call, and to see him walk away after this Max Holloway fight, after this performance, I'm happy for him, man. He deserves it. He had a great career. There's no reason why you got to keep testing it. So, congratulations to him, guys. Honestly. Let me read some of these comments. Max Holloway got to be in that title along Armin. I'm going to get that Patty and Gaethje out of there. Max looked pretty good, but still got cracked by a vet. Title picture. Whose toys are those? Whose toys are these, man? Those are my toys, man. Those are my toys. Do not make fun of my toys, okay? Those are mine. All right. And for Max looked pretty good, but still got cracked by a vet. Ed P. I agree with you. I've seen some of the highlights there, and like I said, Dustin Poirier did have moments in there. He did. But look, guys, Max Holloway really looked. He looked good. Max Holloway looked good. He didn't look like he let that first KO really affect him. And he went on the mic afterwards and called him out as well. He called out Ilia Topuria. He wants that fight back. And you know what? You know what I have to say to that? I have to say Max Holloway is walking around with a great set of balls, a great set of cojones. Okay, he's out here in these calles calling out people that knocked him out. It takes huge cojones. Okay, so congratulations, to Max Holloway, man. I mean, he rocked Dustin Poirier. I mean, he dropped Dustin Poirier. Congratulations to him, man. Congratulations to him. Like I said, I had Dustin Poirier winning this fight, guys. I really did. I thought Dustin Poirier would be able to go in there and impose his will against Max once again, especially if you look at the statistics and data. But Max Holloway, man, that's that dude, bro. That is that dude. Mustard says Max Holloway got to be in that title along Armin. I mean, that's a huge win. That is a huge win, but I don't know if it puts him in the same picture where Armin is. I honestly think Armin's title, I think Armin's title chances are, come on, guys. Come on. It's like, what are we doing here? Armin should have fought way before Charles. So I think Armin is definitely deserving of that title against Ilia Topuria. So Max Holloway is going to have to get in line. You know what I mean? Max Holloway is going to have to get in line. Dustin is still a cold boxer. I think Max did a better job at flicking away Dustin's guard to set his shots up. Mustard, I mean, that's a good way of looking at things. That's a good way of analyzing and breaking down the way the fight went. I happen to agree with you. I think Max Holloway just did a better. He did a. How can I say this? He had a better way of breaking the guard, and not only that, but a better way of setting up his punches as well. He had great setups. From what I saw Max Holloway landing great setups. But Dustin Poirier has some great setups in there as well. I mean, he was landing a lot of body punches as well. So congratulations to Dustin Poirier. Congratulations to Max Holloway as well for winning this fight and being the BMF and still holding that title. But this is the end of Dustin Poirier. This is the end of an era. A guy who had multiple chances to fight for the title, didn't quite get that title, but I mean, he was one of the best guys, one of the best in that lightweight division. That lightweight division that's always has been stacked since the very beginning, since it's been started basically. So I got to give a round of applause to Dustin Poirier as well, guys. Got to give it up to them, man. Let me read some of these comments. Max's main issue is that he fights without picking angles. He did use body jabs, but still Max has to mix his in other attributes, almost like Volk. Look, man, Ed P. I understand what you're saying, but there was moments in there for Max as well. You know, there was a moment in there when Max dropped Dustin Poirier. You know what I mean? And there was a scramble on the ground, and we found Max Holloway on the back of Dustin Poirier and utilizing some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu there. So, I mean, you know, we got a chance to see Max Holloway really utilize his mixed martial arts skills against Dustin Poirier in this fight. You know what I mean? Especially if he's, on the back of Dustin Poirier. I never seen that. I never expected. Excuse me. I never expected Max Holloway to be in the back of Dustin Poirier like that and utilizing some Brazilian jiu-jitsu hooks and whatnot to gain a better position. So I understand what you're saying, but then I don't understand what you're saying. But let me read some of these comments. Maximus broke Dustin in their second fight in short notice. Max with the camp was destined to win. Bigger, faster, stronger at this point of their careers. Daniel, I agree with you, man. I agree with you. Right now, I think Dustin Poirier did the right call. I think Dustin Poirier made the right call in retiring. You know what I mean? Like I said, Max Holloway had a great game plan. He went in there, really set his punches up really well. Every time he threw with combinations. It was never a one punch or a two punch combination. It was always multiple punches. He saw, he made Dustin Poirier work. That's basically what happened there. He made Dustin Poirier work. Let me read some of these comments here. Dustin probably the best fighter who never became champion. Mustard, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly, guys. I really do. I think Dustin Poirier was one of those guys that, like I said, he never really touched that gold, but you cannot say that Dustin Poirier wasn't a great fighter. He really was. He had a great career. He had great moments. And look, guys, congratulations to him and his family. All right. He went out there and fought his ass off. I'll tell you that much. Dustin pushed Islam to the limit in their fights. He's one of the best to ever do it and shown more than most against the elites of the game. I agree with you, man. I agree with you, Daniel. 218, I agree with you. Max Holloway is a bad boy, and Dustin Poirier is a bad boy. Excuse me. So for that reason, guys, you know what I mean. Even with Dustin Poirier being out of his prime, he gave Max Holloway hell. You know what I mean. So, like I said, congratulations to Dustin Poirier. He went in there and fought his ass off, guys. He really did. Thoughts on Daniel Zuherber? It looks like he's a sharp prospect. I feel like he might be champ in the upcoming years. I agree. I agree. I mean, look, Daniel Zuherber. Look, he lost against Michael Johnson, right? He lost against Michael Johnson. Like I said, Michael Johnson went in there and he surprised me. He surprised me. He really did. He went in there, was able to get the win against a younger guy in Daniel Zuherber. So Daniel Zuherber, there was a lot of hype. There's a lot of hype behind him still, but he has to go back to the drawing board, and maybe in the future he will be a champ. But he definitely has to evolve. He definitely does. But Michael Johnson, man, congratulations to him to be able to go in there against a younger guy and perform like that. That's a good win for Michael Johnson. It really is. Dustin needs to return. He can't go out until he wins a fight with a Gilly. Mustard, I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, he jumped a Gilly against Max Holloway, and you saw what happened, guys. It put him into trouble. Every time he jumps the Gilly, it puts him into a worse position, guys. It really does. So for Dustin Poirier, like I said, I'm happy that he's retiring. I think it's a good call. It's a good call for Dustin Poirier, and for Max Holloway. I think he's in line. I think he's in line for that title shot. I think he still has to I think he still has to perform. I think he still has to have one more fight before he fights for the title. Because right now, I think the next fight that the UFC needs to make is that Ilia Topuria and Arman fight. That's the fight that needs to happen. It should have happened before Charles Oliveira, but unfortunately, the UFC had other plans. But I already told you guys the two guys that they need to fire is Mick Maynard and Sean Shelby. They need to fire those two guys because they keep making the wrong decisions. So hopefully they don't make the wrong decisions with this one. You know what I mean? Because Arman deserves that title shot against Ilia Topuria. Let me read some of these comments. Zuhober just needs to learn to use his length and distance better. He frustrating to watch. Allow guys in the pocket with that reach advantage. Comes with better footwork. Yeah, D, I agree with you. I agree with you when it comes to his game. You know, like I said, guys, he needs to evolve. He really needs to evolve, and Michael Johnson proved it. He really proved it. You know what I mean? There was ways for Daniel to win this game. It really was. I mean, to win this fight, there was really ways for him to win, but unfortunately, he came in there with other plans, and Michael Johnson went in there and won. Against a younger guy, like I said. PSD was closest. He got to a good gilly. He had a Frenchman flopping to get free. I don't recall that one. I don't recall that one. From the top of my head, I don't recall that one. Give Max the Patty fight and the sorcery hype. Saucer, right? I agree with you. That would be a good fight. That's one of those fights that I don't think anybody saw coming. Patty the Batty versus Max Holloway. That'll definitely sell out an arena. Put that anywhere in this universe, and I tell you what, the UFC have themselves a packed arena, and I guarantee you a sellout pay-per-view. Man, what a way for Dustin Poirier to retire at UFC 318. What an absolute legend of the sport. One of the greatest lightweights of all time. I mean, guys, I couldn't have said it better myself. You know what I mean? I couldn't have said it better myself. Christian, I agree with you. Max Holloway, you know what I mean? What an illustrious career. He had, like I said, one of the best lightweights to ever do it. Had great moments in the octagon. And he continues to fight the good fight, outside of the octagon. So congratulations to Dustin, man. Really, congratulations to him. Mustard, what's up? Max and Armin, preferably Armin get Patty and Justin out of there. Justin shouldn't be ranked higher than a guy he got slept by. Mustard, I agree with you. I don't even know why. I don't even know why Justin Gaethje is even ranked that high at this point. I mean, he got a fight against Fiziev, and barely won on 2-week notice, guys. Come on, let's be real. Let's be real, guys. And we want and Dustin Poirier. I mean Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje wants a title fight off of that performance. Fuck out of here. Let me see. Max makes everywhere the ninth island except Louisiana, I guess. Well, I'll tell you what, even Louisiana was popping after the fight. You know what I mean? After the fight, that crowd was they still was showing love. They still was showing love. Facts Mustard. I don't know why Justin crying for title shots off of a win in a rematch short notice fight. D, I just mentioned that. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't think Justin Gaethje deserves a title shot. I think he's a long way from a title shot, actually. And what makes him even think that he's gonna win, the title? I think he just wants. Honestly, I think he just wants to be there so he can get paid a significant amount of money. But in reality, he knows he's not winning the title. All right, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. All right, thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, guys. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right. Let me see. Killer says, "Hey, how you doing? How are you doing, Killer?" Mustard. Patty versus Max in the UK. I want to see more disrespect from Max's side, like the Dustin fight. Mustard. I mean, hey, I'm not opposed to that. I am not opposed to a Paddy the Baddy and Max Holloway fight in the UK. Book it right now, and I bet you it'll sell out in the next 20 seconds, guys. Guaranteed, guaranteed. Okay. All right. Max Holloway, he's one of those dudes, and I tell you what, if he was able to fight Paddy the Baddy, man, Paddy the Baddy, that's a that's a tough fight. That is a tough fight. Let me see. I think you Maya Khalifa. Maya Khalifa's son. I don't know who that is, guys. I don't know who Maya Khalifa's son killer is. Who is that? Who is that? Obviously you're familiar with whoever that is. But blessings to you. I have no idea who you're talking about. I literally have no idea who Maya Khalifa is. But yeah. Yeah. Even if Patty loses, I actually don't think it'll hurt his momentum a lot stock wise. Mustard, I agree with you. Losing against Max, I mean, nobody has ever, never rebound from that. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe if you look at it career wise, you know what I mean. Maybe you're looking at it like, for instance, I'll give you a perfect example. Uh, after Calvin Kattar fought Max Holloway, Calvin Kattar's career just was never the same. You know what I mean? We can all admit that, guys. And after Brian Ortega fought Max Holloway and got that ass whipping as well, Brian Ortega's career was just never the same, guys. It was just never the same. So maybe it won't hurt Paddy the Baddy's stock, in that manner, but it definitely hurt his career. Because if Paddy the Baddy thinks he's not going to get hit, let me tell you something, Paddy the Baddy, he's definitely hittable. So Max Holloway, with his significant strikes, with his records, he's going to be able to just hit Paddy the Baddy with so many punches that I'll tell you what, Paddy the Baddy's career might just ended that night. All right, might as well, because we're already seeing what happens after you fight Max Holloway. Look at Brian Ortega's career. Okay, perfect example. Look at Calvin Kattar's career. Perfect example. Downhill, guys. Okay, so I don't know if Max. I mean, not Max. I don't know if Paddy the Baddy and the UFC want to put that fight on. All right, I don't know if they want to do that. All right. Joshua says, "Bro, how you doing, Joshua? Welcome back to your chat. Welcome back to your channel. All right, like and subscribe, guys, if you are new to the channel." Christian, man, it is absolutely incredible the amount of respect that Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier have for each other, even before and after their fights at UFC 336 and UFC 318. They showed 100% respect. Man, look, Christian, that's what it's all about. That is what it's all about. Fighting, it's not all about the drama, guys. You know what I mean? I mean, I understand their jobs is, I mean, especially now the UFC is a spectacle. Their job is to put asses on the seats, and sometimes, drama causes that to happen. So they do their best, but in reality, these are two men that definitely respect each other. They come from great camps. They are both champions in their respect. So seeing both men respect each other in that manner, uh, I definitely commend them. I definitely commend them, and it's a great look for both men. Honestly, it's a great look. I've got a really serious question. What's up, Joshua? Ask your question. Hopefully, it's not out of line, because we're talking about UFC specifically right now. Mustard says 100%. As for Justin, just move him back down to rank fifth and reschedule Hooker Gaethje. There's nothing else for Justin to do anymore, in my opinion. Mustard, I agree with you. That would be a badass fight to book, but I want to see Dan Hooker fight somebody else, to be honest with you. But I wouldn't be mad to see Justin Gaethje versus Dan Hooker once again. I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad at that fight, especially that Dan Hooker. I mean, he hasn't fought anybody since then, since his injury. So, to rebook it, why not? Do it. The UFC should definitely do it. I don't see what they're waiting for. Go ahead and book it. Let's get busy. Dan Hooker versus Justin Gaethje. That's a sellable fight. On that same card, they should put Max Holloway versus Paddy the Baddy. Why not? That sounds like a badass card to me. Let's do it. Would you rather take back shots from a guy or give them? Joshua, look, man, that is a weird question, man. A weird question. I don't know why you're thinking about questions like that. If you're thinking about questions like that, then obviously you're the one that you either like it or you like to you like to take it and you like to give it. You know what I mean? So to each their own. Over here, though, we don't think about things like that because we don't roll like that. You know what I mean? But obviously, you do, especially if that's on your mind and you're asking other people that question. But blessings to you, man. Blessings to you. But I am straight, man. I am straight. All right. But blessings to you, man. Blessings. Let me see. 100% start packing these cards. They definitely should. They definitely should. Caroline says hi. How you doing, Caroline? Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Like and subscribe, guys, if you are new to the channel, like I always say. And for my UFC fight predictions, guys, like I said, I went 8-6 for UFC 318, 8-6 for my UFC fight prediction, which puts me at 155 wins and 106 losses. That is 155 wins and 106 losses for my UFC fight predictions for 2025, guys. I'm happy with that. But yeah, guys, we are past the 30-minute mark. So we can start talking about whatever it is you want to talk about. It doesn't have to be mixed martial arts related. Rapid fire, guys, because we are past that 30-minute mark. All right. And like I always say, guys, like and subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for supporting this channel and building this community. Honestly, guys, this community, it really can't do it without you. Keel says hello. How you doing? How are you doing? Welcome to your chat. Welcome to your channel. All right. But yeah, guys, I mean, the next UFC pay-per-view is definitely going to be a badass one, guys. We got UFC 319 ahead of us. We got DDP versus Chimaev. That's the fight everybody has been waiting for, including me. I've been waiting for that fight for damn near a year. So that's gonna be a badass fight. Keel says good. That's what's up. I'm glad to hear it. Christian says, dude, do you think that Paddy Pimblett will defeat Ilia Topuria? The way that he is looking right now, he is absolutely destroying these lightweights. That man is an absolute beast. Christian, no, I don't think Paddy the Baddy has a chance to beat Ilia Topuria for the simple fact that, in my opinion, Paddy the Baddy's game, if you really look at it, there's really no way that he can beat or defeat Ilia Topuria, in my opinion. I mean, what he's gonna use his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and his wrestling to try to take down Ilia Topuria. Good luck, guys. Good luck. All right. Are you gonna try to outstrike and close the distance against Ilia Topuria? Good luck. You saw how Volk ended with that one. You saw how Max ended with that one. I don't think Paddy the Baddy wants a taste of that left and right combination. I can tell you that much. All right. So in my opinion, if Ilia Topuria gets, face to face with Paddy the Baddy or across the octagon of with Paddy the Baddy, Paddy the Baddy is he better be wishing he's dreaming because Ilia Topuria is gonna sleep him. All right, in that first round. Let me see. Dean, welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to your channel. Wow, Dean is on the chat. Welcome to the chat. Welcome back to your channel, Dean. How you doing? How did you like UFC 318 as a whole? Everybody that I'm talking to enjoyed themselves. They enjoyed this card. They saying it might be one of the best cards of 2025, guys. What do you guys think? Let me see. How about Armin versus Ilya? I think that's a badass fight. I think Armin versus Ilya. I think that's the fight to make. I think the UFC needs to book it. I think the UFC needs to book it, and they need to book it sooner than later. Sooner than later, guys, especially right now. That lightweight division is stacked. So I think the quicker you get Ilia Topuria versus Arman, the better it is for that division. All right. Let me see. I heard MMA fighter got shot a while ago. Look, guys. I mean, we have a lot of situations. Look at what happened to Yero Romero a year ago. Yero Romero got stabbed with a Japanese sword, guys. Okay, the guy got stabbed with a Japanese sword. He had to go to the hospital, and he had to get medical treatment. Okay, so there's crazier things happening out there than a person getting shot or a mixed martial arts fighter getting shot, for that matter. Okay, read the case of Yuro Romero. The guy is crazy, guy. The guy is a crazy guy. He lives a crazy life. Okay. Let me see. His name was Tumor or something. Dean. That's crazy. That is crazy. Mustard. It was a good card. I think it just needed one more good fight on the card, and it could have been. Mustard. So what do you rate it, guys? What do you rate this card? 1 to 10, UFC 318. What do you rate it? Let me know on the chat. I need to know. I still haven't watched the whole card, the card as a whole. You know what I mean? I only watched highlights, and I only watched some of the fights as a whole. So let me know on the chat, what do you guys think of the card? And yeah, I want to know. I want to know. Let me know right now, guys. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay. Takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, man. Thank you for your support. Thank you for building this community. Can't do it without you guys. Really, I can't do it without you guys. All right. But what else? What else I wanted to bring on? I know there was something else I was missing. Oh, guys, the one fight that I said, I don't know if you guys watch my other lives. Okay. One of my last lives, I said, I do not want Kevin Holland to win. I want Kevin Holland to get knocked out. I want Daniel Rodriguez to go in there, punch a hole in Kevin Holland's head. That's exactly what I wanted, guys. Okay? That's exactly what I wanted to see. And what did I see? All right, guys. Daniel Rodriguez definitely didn't go in there and punch a hole in Kevin Holland's head, but he definitely beat him. I am so happy to see Kevin Holland lose, guys. I'm happy about that. I couldn't be happier. Thank you, Daniel Rodriguez, for giving me an early Christmas present here late in July. I appreciate it. Because if Kevin Holland would have won that fight, I don't know what I would have done. All right, let me read some of these comments. 8.5 out of 10, pretty good. Just needed a couple more big names. Mustard. I mean, guys, at 8.5 out of a 10, that must be one of the best cards of this year. You know what I mean? All of my cards this year, they have not even gotten close to that type of number. So 8.5, that's a high number, almost a 10. Guys, it sounds like UFC 318 might be the best card of the year right now, guys. Let me read some of these comments. Well, that is definitely true. However, Ilia Topuria definitely needs to be careful. He may be a dangerous striker, but Paddy Pimblett is an absolute beast on the ground. I mean, you really think Paddy the Baddy is going to take down Ilia Topuria and submit him with some Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills? You really think that's going to happen? I don't see that happening, my guy, okay? All due respect, Ilia Topuria has tremendous Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills, okay? That's why nobody has successfully taken him down and submitted the guy. The guy is a monster when it comes to his full game of of mixed martial arts in general. So Paddy the Baddy has his hands full, my guy. Definitely does. LOL, what's the Kevin Holland beef? Look, Mustard, I don't like Kevin Holland, all right? I don't like Kevin Holland at all. I think he's a jackass. Okay, ever since I saw him on the Jackson podcast, I said to myself, "Wow, this guy is a complete jackass." And I do not want to see Kevin Holland win a fight ever again. I want to see Kevin Holland go on an 8-fight losing skid. Actually, I want to see Kevin Holland beat Tony Ferguson's record Okay, and I want to see Kevin Holland hold the record for the most losing in UFC history, guys. That's what I want to see. I need that in my life. Okay, and Daniel Rodriguez just started the losing streak for Kevin Holland, guys. All right, I need that. Hate that guy. He's KOing Patty faster than he did to Charles. I agree with you, Mustard. I agree with you. I think that's what will happen. Jack, how your picks go, Peanut? I went 8-6, terrible. LOL. I was sick all week. Oh well, Jack. Let me tell you something about me off. Uh, I went 8-6 as well. Not too terrible. You know what I mean? Not too terrible. Not that mad of it. I'm not that mad at it. You know what I mean? If I would have lost this card, I would have been definitely depressed. But I'll take that as a dub. Why not? Tony trying to go the box. Wait, let me see. Tony's trying to go for the record in boxing too. Mustard, I can't believe he's fighting Salt Poppy. I can't believe we must live in a simulation, guys. Okay, because we got Tony Ferguson fighting Salt Poppy, and I'm in disbelief, and it's gonna be a bad look for Tony Ferguson. It really is. I do not want to see Tony Ferguson fight this guy. I really don't. I think it's not necessary. I think Tony Ferguson needs to pull out. I really do. All right, he needs to pull out faster than a teenager. You know what I mean, on his first time. All right, that's what Tony Ferguson needs to do. All right. No, Patty better than Charles. I don't know about that, guys. Let me see. Looking back, I should pick. I should pick Pitbull, Costa, and Johnson, no doubt. Their competition was a step below their previous fight. I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you. But hey, you win some, you lose some. You take it on the chin and you keep it moving. You know what I mean? I didn't think Michael Johnson was gonna beat Daniel. I didn't think he was gonna beat Daniel Zuhuber. I didn't think so. All right, but he went in there and surprised me. I didn't think Paulo Costa was gonna finally get a dub after losing. You know what I mean? So for so many years, guys, his last win was in 2022. Against a dead body in Luke Rockhold, guys. Okay, so let's not be surprised. Okay. Let me see. Caught you live. What's up? Wow. Long time channel supporter. Long time channel supporter. The king is here. The king is here. Welcome to your channel. Welcome to your chat. Finally caught one of your lives. All right. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Wyman's still looking for a fight. The king, he definitely isn't, man. He definitely isn't. I seen him do a lot more commentating these days. He needs to keep it that way. Okay, he needs to keep it that way. Don't sign any contracts, even if it's for GFL. Okay, all right. After this, Tony goes on a low streak in Muay Thai. Bro can't stop. Please, Mustard. I cannot see Tony Ferguson compete in anything, guys. Okay, I don't want to see Tony Ferguson compete in anything, let alone anything that has to do with combat. Somebody needs to sit down with Tony Ferguson and have a conversation with him and tell him, look, it's over. If you take any more head trauma, you might never be the same. Okay, might never be the same. Let me read some of these. Costa went 5 with Strickland. That fight was close. That Kopylov was a nobody. Good for Costa. Jack, I agree with you. I thought Kopylov was would be able to go in there and beat Costa, especially after his last performances. But Paulo Costa he looks like he's on the juice. He looks like he got the right combination of chemicals now, and he's ready to attack that middleweight division. Okay. Man, Tony Ferguson needs to retire from the sport of mixed martial arts. Ever since he lost to Justin Gaethje at UFC 249, his ass has been getting destroyed after each fight. Christian, I agree with you. You know what I mean? And look, I don't think Tony Ferguson's career went down because of Justin Gaethje. I really think Tony Ferguson's career went down when the man decided to lose weight twice in one training camp. Okay, and that was for that Justin Gaethje fight. I think that's what totally derailed his career, was losing that weight, and it just, at that age, he just couldn't come back, guys. He just couldn't come back. Really couldn't. Home found success boxing again. The King, she definitely did. She went into boxing, found success into boxing. Congratulations to Holly Holmes. And hopefully I never see her fight in the octagon ever again. Because let me tell you something. She's way past her prime, guys. All right, she's way past her prime. I'm just glad Soy Boy Dustin finished on an L. LOL. I don't like him. Max looked big, strong, aggressive. Jack, I disagree with you, man. I disagree with you, man. I think Dustin Poirier deserves everyone's respect. You know what I mean? Even yours. Okay. All right. I think Dustin Poirier could leave the octagon with his head held high because, look, he's done a lot of things and a lot of great things in the octagon that a lot of men have not accomplished in their lifetime. So, congratulations to Dustin Poirier and his team and his family for such a great career. All right. I still believe in Ferguson. The King, I don't. I don't believe in Tony Ferguson. I think they need to sit down, and I believe that they need to sit down with him and have a conversation, a stern conversation with Tony Ferguson. Let me see. Dustin, and the hell was that? Dustin and Max should retire. I don't think Max Holloway needs to retire, but I'm definitely happy that Dustin Poirier is retiring. I'm happy that he's calling it quits, and you know what? It's the right move for Dustin. It looks like it's the right call, and congratulations to him. Max Holloway, I still think he still has some great fights to give us, and you know what? Go ahead and do it. Why not? Why not? He looked great. Max Holloway looked great. We can agree to disagree. Soul Boy got fucking buried. LOL. Max showed no mercy. It was good. Jack, look, man, I agree with you. We agree to disagree, Jack. We agree to disagree, but let me tell you something, okay? Dustin Poirier is no soy boy. You know what I mean? I believe Dustin Poirier had a great career. It was a great night for him, even with a performance like that. He can be proud of that performance, in my opinion. Max Holloway he went out there and posed his will and never gave he never gave a second to Dustin Poirier. To be honest with you, so Max Holloway, congratulations to him as well. Congratulations to his team, and it is what it is, guys. Like Max Holloway says, it is what it is. What's your full card? What's your full record now? My full record as it stands for 2025, guys, for my UFC fight predictions, I'm 155 wins and 106 losses, guys. That is 155 wins and 106 losses as it stands for my UFC fight predictions. Not bad, still over 60%. So that's what it is, guys. All right. Let me read some of these last comments before I'm out of here. All right, guys. I definitely disagree with Jack. Dustin Poirier absolutely deserves everyone's respect. He is one of the greatest lightweights of all time. He needs to be beyond proud of his career. Very, very much so. I agree with you, Christian, but everybody has their own opinions, and it is what it is. Tony just needs to take more shots, and he should be ready to go. That I hope not, Mustard. Hopefully he take no shots, guys. No shots. But anyways, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys, I'm out of here. One love. Until next time, I'll see you. Peace.